welcome to the Super Bass Cowboy Show, where I bring daily news that I find interesting here in America, and I fetch it straight out of the internet just for you. Yeah, so ICE and Border Patrol crashed Gavin Newsom's rally in LA yesterday, August 14th, while he was yammering about redistricting at some cultural center in Little Tokyo. Newsom and his buddy Mayor Bass got all hissy, calling it a big meanie move to scare folks, with at least one person nabbed. Total power play, right?
A group of heavily armed Border Patrol agents descending on the streets of Little Tokyo in the heart of Los Angeles Thursday, an operation taking place just outside a political event with prominent Democrats, including California Governor Gavin Newsom, where they announced that California would fast-track redistricting to ensure more Democrats are elected to Congress in the midterms, which they said was in response to what Texas is trying to do with Republican members of Congress.
Donald Trump, you have poked the bear, and we will punch back. We have got to meet fire with fire.
The location and timing of the raid not going unnoticed.
And right outside, at this exact moment, are dozens and dozens of ICE agents. You think it's coincidental?
Agents apprehending at least one person before moving on.
The reason for our presence here in Los Angeles is to make, first off, Los Angeles a safer community.
Last month, a federal judge temporarily barring DHS from arresting undocumented people solely on the basis of factors like race in 7 counties, including Los Angeles. The Trump administration now asking the Supreme Court to lift those restrictions. Democrats condemning the administration's tactics as intimidation.
There was no reason in the world for them to come here. Nothing to do with safety. In fact, this is the exact opposite of keeping our city safe. We do not need them here, and they had no business to come here and provoke this.
All right, let's dig into this. Governor Gavin Newsom and Mayor Karen Bass came out swinging with some serious defiance when ICE and Border Patrol crashed their rally, where they were pushing their whole redistricting agenda to counter Texas's congressional map moves. When those federal agents showed up, it was total outrage. Newsom was spitting fire, calling it a blatant political stunt and a cheap trick to intimidate folks at their presser. He practically yelled that the timing wasn't random, accusing the feds of targeting their event to flex power and scare the crowd. Bass was right there with him, claws out, labeling the ICE op disgraceful and a deliberate jab at the community. She hissed about the one arrest, saying it was less about law enforcement and more about stirring up fear to mess with their vibe. Both doubled down, acting like they were untouchable, rallying their supporters with this "we won't back down" energy, painting themselves as victims of some big bad federal overreach. Now, why'd they have this coming? Let's be real. Newsom and Bass have been playing a risky game for ages. California's been all about that sanctuary state life, with Newsom signing laws like SB 54 back in the day to limit cooperation with ICE. They've been thumbing their noses at federal immigration enforcement, acting like they're above it, all while ICE is just out there trying to do their job. This rally, it was a big old spotlight on their redistricting push, which some folks see as a way to lock in power by messing with voter maps. Kinda dumb when they're crying about Texas doing the same. Poking the bear with their loud anti-federal rhetoric while standing in a city that's a hotbed for immigration debates. That's like dangling a freaking laser pointer in front of a cat. You know ICE was gonna pounce. They've been dodging accountability forever, so when the feds finally showed up, it finally bit them in the tails. Their defiance just made them look like they were trying to spin the narrative to save face. Looks like a game of cat versus mice, and Newsom and Bass have finally realized that they are the rats. Yeah, that's the scoop on Newsom and Bass getting their fur ruffled by ICE at their LA rally yesterday. They can hiss and claw all they want, but playing fast and loose with the feds was bound to catch up. Stay sharp, keep those whiskers twitching, and we'll be back with more real talk to keep you purring. Catch you later, Patriots.